morning, folks. Welcome to this edition of Fishing Links. It's nice and early. I'm hoping to catch the top of the tide up on these sandbanks where I've been getting a few whiting. Beautiful, calm weather. We've had big southerlies for the last 3 to 4 days. A dropping barometer with it. Barometer's back up over 1,000 now. Moon's falling. Tides are small. Should be pretty good. All right, we'll talk with you soon. So we're here. Took a little while to come up this morning, but with the tide behind it wasn't too much of an effort. I'm sitting on top of the sandbar now where I've been managing to get a few fish, and as has been normal on the high tide, it's looking pretty dead. So I'll wait until the tide starts to push back. Yeah, water's a little bit cooler too than it was the other day. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. Got him. Slurped off the top. This one's coming easier. There he goes. Oh, he's woken up. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. Gotcha. Boy, look at that. Look how much water we're in. This is why I bought a lynx. One. It's been tough this morning. He's putting up a bit of a show. Hoping it's a whiting. I went back to the sugar pen because the other one just didn't feel like it was quite doing it for me. So there we go. Lovely little whiting. He's not a big fella, but he's a fish. So there we are. Nice chunky little guy. I'm not going to bother taking him, he's still a bit small. But you can see those assist hooks in his mouth there. They make all the difference. We're certainly looking for something a lot nicer than that for a feed, but he's pretty. Look at them colours in the sun. Anyway, we'll let him get back. There you go, mate. All right, we got one on the board. So one of the things you can do with the lynx is those fish, I don't know if you can see that tide line just there, that edge there. It's sort of holding up there, so I've let myself drift downstream a little bit, got myself sorted. I'm going to come back down the downstream side of where I'm hoping they're feeding. And as you can hear, the lynx is like super quiet. So just waiting to come up on some, there's the weed banks starting to form there now. So the southerly's blowing me back this way. So I'll get downstream here a little bit so the lure's at my back, and then we'll have a cast. I've got the breeze at my back now, so just pop a cast out up this way, which is where I roughly think they're feeding. Okay, the water's too deep again now. Start losing sight of the bottom structure, yeah. You know you're too deep. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of the gear that I'm using today. For real, I've got the Shimano BFS XG in the SLX. Great reel, not too expensive, does the job real well. We've got it teamed up with the Essenza, the 7-footer, 7'2", I think it is, 7'3", 7'2", 1 to 3 kilo. For lures about 1 to 7 gram. I'm casting the Basto Sugar Pan in the 70 with it. Oh, if I can get it down here. So one of the things I find with a 7-footer is I get a lot of tip wrap. So if Shimano want to develop something that doesn't tip wrap, that would be cool. I guess it'd be like developing a car that doesn't crash. It's all in the hand of the operator, right? Anyhow, so, and then I'm using the Basto Sugar Pen. This is a 70. You can see I've got the assist hooks on it, and I've taken the belly hook out. That's pretty critical for me. I find it balances the lure a little bit better and puts the hooks more where the whiting and the brim come up and slurp from underneath. That's what I'm using. 3 kilo, old 3 kilo spider wire that, I don't know, it's been in the garage for like 20 years or something. Still, I reckon it still breaks at about 10. Anyway, it does the job. It's nice and thin. I've got, for a BFS reel, I've got quite a bit on it. I'd be happy going out tackling bonito and small kingfish with this outfit. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we're on again. They're very hard to come by today. They're not real big fish. They're spirited. So this is pretty much that same hole they've been in for the last month now. Small hook, so I'm not going too hard. It's not like he's going to wrap me up anywhere. Here he comes. Here he comes. There we go. There we go. He's a little bit better, that fella. I'd almost take him home. But they're pretty hard to come by just at the moment, so I'm not going to take one. I certainly don't want to freeze them down. So there's a bit of a spot there I'm sort of working out now where they might be hiding. Well, they're not hiding. I just got to find them. So there we go. Again, that hook up in the mouth makes for a really nice, easy release. There he is. He's a little bit better. It's probably about 32, 33, I guess. Very handsome. I do like them. Become my favourite. So let's get this hook out of him. Little pair of pliers like that. Beautiful little whiting. With the sun starting to set and the bite all but shut down, I decided to wrap it up for the day and head for home. With kilometres of waterway still ahead of me, I was grateful for the tight assist on my return journey. There was one more spot along the way that was worth one last cast. So this spot normally holds a few whiting on the run out. Comes up off a bit of a channel there, and there's a bit of a back eddy from off that point there. So we might have a cast in here. I did see a silver splash. In there, so they might be there. Being there and getting them to bite is sometimes two very different things. Two very different things. Very easy to spook. There's some little baby things I'm looking for. Little up there. Yep, there's one. Oh, yep, got him. Got him. No, it's a malua fowl. Oh no, it's a fish. It's a tiny, itty bitty little whiting. Oh my gosh, he's little. Look at that little guy.
And with that, I called it a day. That little guy at the end sure was a surprise. Whiting can be ferocious feeders when the mood takes them, and a fish cast is not uncommon once you've located the school and they're all fired up. To keep the bite going, try not to release fish straight back into the school. This is a surefire way to spook them. Also remember that in New South Wales, whiting have a minimum size limit of 27 centimetres and a bag limit of 20 fish. Personally, I don't like to keep them under 35 centimetres and only take 6 at a time for a feed. They're a magic little fish, and while they respond to a range of baits and rigging styles, for me topwater fishing the shallow shoals of my local estuary is right up there with the most fun you can have on the river. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share with your buddies and subscribe to keep up to date with content as it becomes available. Thanks for watching Fishing Links, and be sure to leave us a message to let us know how we're going. Cheers.